If you have a 7-figure budget and you're considering Atlanta versus coastal Virginia, I have several options I think that might just surprise you on coastal Virginia. First up, we are in Kingswood over in the Buckhead area of Atlanta. 6,670 square feet, 5 bedrooms and 5 full baths with 1 half bath. And this house is absolutely gorgeous inside, and you would assume so because it's $4.6 million. And the mixture of real stone on the exterior and these gorgeous windows, massive garage, and a sprawling landscape that is just perfectly manicured. Big, tall ceilings, gorgeous hardwood floors throughout, and the color selections and architectural designs throughout this home are exceptional. And the photographer did an amazing job capturing how big, bright, and airy this space is. Kitchen has more space than probably some people's homes. This kitchen has tons of cabinet space, a massive island with a contrasting color of the white cabinets, and all the gold throughout on the pools translates there to the island as well. Now, I'm a big fan of when you have a drop zone in a house where you can have the kids drop all their backpacks and toys and dirty laundry. That fireplace is beautiful, all the natural light from the outside pouring in. The bluestone on the back patio that's covered with fans because we are in Atlanta, and as much as it would be wonderful to have that fireplace on the cold nights, you also need the fans for the days that it is just exceptionally hot outside. Now, wallpaper is always a risky choice when putting it into a home because on resale, that can be a very, very subjective choice. But the colors in the majority of the rooms I think are very solid picks, and the marble tile in the master bathroom ensuite is gorgeous. Big, huge soaker tub, and every bathroom really has been updated quite nicely. Check out the size of this basement. It makes that pool table and golf simulator look small. With a gorgeous, gorgeous backyard and near perfection when it comes to the pool and entertainment spaces. All surrounded by this idyllic nature, making it nice and private. Well, so let's say that you had a similar budget that you could translate over into coastal Virginia. Well, it's gonna be a little less private. However, the Cavalier residences are something truly exceptional. Only the best of the best builders have been invited to build into this neighborhood, and this house is absolutely no exception. Look at all the architectural details of this property, making it beautiful and gorgeous throughout. Plus, you are walking distance to the Hunt Club and Virginia Beach's own distillery. There is no corner, no stone, no detail that is not touched perfectly throughout this house. The drop zone here is just beautiful. The hardware, design choices, the tile, everything molds and meshes perfectly throughout this home, geometric shapes and all. Even the bar downstairs for holding your one-off collection of whiskeys and wines has a very, very unique taste and style. Look at the coffered ceilings and all of the supplemental light throughout this home. The pantry alone has details that you wouldn't expect at most price points. And then a massive entertainer's dream kitchen. The under cabinet lighting here is really a nice little touch. Now, I could be wrong, but I believe the decking on the exterior is Ipe, which is an exceptionally hard wood and lasts a very long time and actually looks better as it ages. Sort of like Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
And this master ensuite, this owner's suite, is something really to behold. Everything in here is unique and a high-end touch with a monstrous walk-in master closet with tons of custom built-in cabinetry and storage. And I'll let the rest of the photos speak for themselves here. Now headed back over into Sandy Springs, Atlanta. Known as the neighborhood of the Gates of Glen Ridge, we have a $1.275 million home, 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, at 5,473 square foot. And you have old world architecture that is just pristine. I adore the brick over the oven in the kitchen. I think this is a really lovely touch. And their selection of lighting throughout and the built-ins around the fireplace is really just something to behold. Check out the lighting even there in the dining room, and the fireplace right next to it is just gorgeous. I come back to what I said earlier. Sometimes when you're picking out wallpaper, it can be very bifurcating. However, I think this fits this space very well. And the large sprawling staircase going up the center of the home looks very, very nice. Coffered ceilings and tray ceilings throughout the home to give it a sense of depth. And the master ensuite here with a monstrous shower and a huge soaker tub with plantation shutters for privacy is a very nice touch. I'll let some of the photos speak for themselves because when it's not staged, it's hard to talk about. But the backyard and the neighborhood is absolutely gorgeous. You're not going to get as much space here, but full wraparound brick is something that is going to be common in a place like this. Plus, you are very, very close to some of the best high-end shopping in the area. All right, another place in Virginia Beach I think if you should consider if you have a 7-figure budget, listed at $2.1 million, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 4,000 square foot. This is in Bird Neck Point. Now, probably 60% of the homes in this neighborhood here are on the water, and the other 40% are on the golf course. This entire community is gorgeous, and there's the yacht club at the very end of the neighborhood. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This place is no exception, and even at $2.1 million, you may just feel like this is a deal. First, we have the establishing shot showing exactly where we are on the water, tons of wonderful landscaping. It's an older home, but you come to the interior, and this shot right here shows off the views you have from the living room. Tons and tons of natural lighting coming in. The photographer did an exceptional job here. I really want to call out when I see good photography, and the editing here is just really, really well done. Interior design may not be your taste. I actually kind of like it. I'm not a huge fan of creams and blues, but I think this fits quite well. And then custom cabinetry abounding here in the kitchen with really nice details all throughout, especially that range hood is really something to behold. You come out here on the patio and you have real brick overlooking the water. This is going to be a space that you're going to enjoy year after year. The butler's pantry, the distressed colors here in the dining room. This is just a really nice home, exceptionally well cared for. The hardwood throughout, great touches, built-ins into the master ensuite here, really nice touches. And then the bathroom here. Looks like we have about a total of 9 shower heads here in the master shower. Super, super cool. This is a neighborhood that if you're at this price point, you should totally consider. Before we head back to Atlanta, if you're looking at making a move and you've got a 7-figure budget and you want a team, a family team, someone that cares about you as an individual, not just a number, you can get a hold of us down below in the description. There's also a link there if you want to jump directly into our calendars. We would love to be your real estate resource of choice. 2571 Winding Lane in Brookhaven is an option at $1,740,999. 6 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, and 5,400 square foot. Modern architecture on the exterior, the metal roof, really nice. The landscaping, fantastic. The brick choice on the chimney is really exceptional. But let's bounce into the inside here. I like that as soon as you walk in, you don't see drywall immediately, except for on the ceiling, and you have these nice horizontal lines leading you into the space. Great choices on the pendulum lighting going throughout. Nice butler's pantry. Great selection here on the hardwood floors. This photo, although wonderful, I think is a little bit wide framed for this. It makes probably the space feel more cavernous than it really is, but what a cool space this is. Tons of cabinet space throughout, a nice large kitchen table here right next to the island, so you have plenty of seating, even if you have the kids sitting there at the island and the adults sitting at the table. The vaulted ceiling in the great room is a nice touch. I think that their selection of furniture is a really nice selection, and I love the trim work here in the kids' playroom. I love that they carried this shiplap all the way into the bathroom. I think this is a really nice touch. It makes it feel modern and high-end, but also kind of keeps it homey. And as we go into the owner's suite, we see a standalone soaker tub, which is a nice touch, a massive walk-in closet, which is a must at this price point, and that they've carried these hardwood floors all the way up into the second floor. Even the bathrooms that are not the master ensuite are nicely updated and upgraded. Lots of outdoor deck space for entertaining outside, and then a little bit of privacy there in the backyard. But if we were to scoot over into the coastal Virginia area and you're going into Chesapeake, this is a neighborhood I think you should totally consider called Edinburgh. It's right next to the high-end shopping. It was a Homerama neighborhood when it was first built out, so everything is generally very new. 1.26 million, 5 bedrooms, 5.5 baths, 4,700 square foot. Lots of variation here on the front elevation of the house. And we're gonna translate here into the interior and see how beautiful this house is. I love the hand-scraped floors. The nice vaulted tall ceilings gives it lots of airiness and space. The crown molding and trim going throughout the majority of the rooms looks really, really nice. Outside of even the design touches for the builder, whoever decorated and picked out the furniture, this home did a really nice job. Nice little butler's pantry there with a separate sink, lots and lots of cabinet space so that if you need to entertain and have lots of room for food, great choice. And I love that little wood touch above the oven vent there. The drop zone is a must if you're gonna have kids, and it makes it really nice. Then you've got a big walk-in pantry for lots of food storage, a double tray ceiling for the master ensuite. Let's go ahead and bounce into this bathroom. Standalone soaker tub, enormous walk-in shower, 2 separate sinks with a big closet, both for him and for her. And just like me, they probably like a good sound system, so you can see they have 2 seats set up here for watching movies. The screen porch on the backyard, plus the in-ground pool, and a little bit more space. I think this is an option that you should totally consider if you're in this price range. Now, last up in Atlanta, we have over in Vennings, a place at 4268 Woodland Brook Drive, $2.4 million, 5 bedrooms, 7.5 baths. Now this place is monstrous, 9,200 square foot. Now that's more house than I could ever possibly need, but the details throughout this home are really exceptional. Let's take a quick look. I love that we have a nice long driveway into this house, giving it some privacy. It has a putting green, which is such a cool little touch. Sean and I have started playing golf together on occasion.
That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
2 large doors going into the space, a nice spiral staircase leading up to the upstairs, tons and tons of space here. I love the hardwood choices and the openness here on the bottom floor. And the kitchen cabinets go all the way to the top, with the top section being clear there, so if you want to display any of your artwork or custom plates and vases. Now look at the size of that slab of marble. That is something that you only get in high-end homes. The Wolf range, the custom refrigerator there, you can tell that they carried that all the way into the butler's pantry. You have a whole nother refrigerator, plus a sink and storage for plenty of food and for hosting large parties. I'm a big fan of this spiral staircase going all the way up onto the 3rd floor, and it allows for people to see all the way up. Hardwood floor choices plus rugs is the way to go, in my opinion. Carpet just only goes so far aesthetically. You can see the built-in speakers into the ceilings, plus a private balcony here. And the master ensuite for the bathroom is something really to behold here. 2 doors going into this monstrous shower with 2 drains there, huge overhead rain shower. I mean, that's really just something special there. Now check out this master closet. This room is as big as some people's great rooms. This is how big this space is. They even have a separate sink right here with a coffee maker, a microwave, and mini fridge right in the master suite. Detail after detail after detail in this home is something to behold. I love their play spaces, both inside and outside, with the separate balconies and different areas of the home, plus a workout room and a whole separate cellar for beer and wine and whiskey. The bluestone on the exterior entertainment space with the real wood on the top there and a space heaters. This is a really cool area and a space that I probably would not leave. You know, I'm just going to be quiet here and let some of these photos talk for themselves. And if you can't tell, that's a whole nother guest house. All right, last place over here in coastal Virginia. This is 3189 Stonewood Drive. $1.2 million, about half the square footage of this last place. 6 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, 4,500 square foot, but an exceptional neighborhood. One of our close friends lives in this neighborhood. It has a community pool on top of the pool that you can see here in the backyard. Very private, lots of walking spaces, tennis courts. This is a really nice spot that is still very close to the Virginia Beach oceanfront and close to really nice shopping. But it's in the southern part of Virginia Beach, so you're gonna have a lot of privacy. So even at half the square footage, half the price of the last one that we just looked at. Now, I will admit that I like the last house more over in Atlanta. It is twice the price point, but at 1.2, this is a nice home in a wonderful neighborhood in Virginia Beach. Full brick wraparound, lots of little details here. The kitchen is big and sprawling. It doesn't have the same details as the last house. Again, we're talking about another $1.2 million that we're looking at for the property. If you were to put the same amount of money into this neighborhood, you'd get about the same amount of home. The great room is just that. It's great, it's big, it's open to the upstairs space there, and you have a grand piano overlooking the space. The master ensuite is absolutely enormous with 3 tray ceilings and a gas fireplace there. Huge soaker tub, wonderful tile, and a massive shower to walk into. And it looks to me like they have a whole space just for working out. Now, I have never been a huge fan of black toilets and black pedestal sinks, but if this is your style, hey man, go for it. But you come off the back of the house, and this is really where this place shines. You have a covered area for entertaining, and immediately off of that, a beautiful in-ground pool and hot tub and have those kids over and coming back every summer. I'm curious, for a 7-figure budget, which one are you picking, Atlanta or coastal Virginia? Let me know down in the comments, and until the next video, see you later.